Welcome back. It is day 199, almost day 200 of our road to 2200. We've peaked at 2100, but we're back down to 2018. So let's do what we can. We got a 2090 here. We know we can fight these guys. We have a Caro-Kann, and let's see what kind of Caro-Kann it is. Are they going to play the exchange? 2 knights. Okay, we got an exchange Caro-Kann. Let's just develop our knights now. This is just all theory. No need to really explain what I'm doing. Okay, they try to get rid of that, so we're going to take. And then we're going to bring out our bishop. I like to just play bishop here because a lot of people pin. And then our plan is rook b8 and this. Okay, they play bishop here. We're actually going to invest another move to try and trade the bishop off. Now we're just going to go back. They don't want to draw. If they were to go back, that would be a little bit silly. But yeah, we're just going to castle and then play rook b8 and try to go for b5. So this is all pretty well known. The minority attack is what it's called. We're going to go b5. We're trying to play b4. I don't think we can play b4 just yet because then c4 comes in. They attack the pawn. Now, we should probably just protect it or push. If I push and they go here, I can take, and then take here. So I think I can just play b4. Because if they take, I'm able to take on d4, attacking the knight or the queen. If they capture here, they just have weak pawns. If they push, I might even throw this in first. It's hard to say, but this is basically the entire idea of the exchange Caro-Kann. We're trying to play and undermine these and create a weakness. Yeah, so I could take with the bishop, I could take this pawn. Now, the only thing I need to be concerned of is if I take here, I mean, this pawn is pretty weak. I don't think they can actually hold on to it. I could just take. That might be the best move, taking this pawn, so they can't like protect it this way. So I'm going to take, and then there's a threat on this pawn, so they kind of have to do something about that. Guzzle down some water, because you got to stay hydrated, ladies and gents. So, yeah, the pin still exists. They could take, but we've done what we want to do. We've created an isolated pawn, so they protect their... That doesn't really do anything. That doesn't actually protect the pawn, because I can capture the knight. And after queen takes, I can take here, but then there's a check. So we can't actually do that. And we can't do it in the other move order because there's a check. So that's a little bit sneaky. A little bit sneaky. And I can't really play anything like this. Okay, so we got to come up with a plan here. I could play queen here, attacking the knight. I could also play... No, we don't want to do that. I could also just come back and say, hey, you have a weakness. Let's just come back. They're probably going to improve the rook to go here, but then I'll just play some queen b6. Okay, knight there. I think we just go queen b6 here, attack the pawn. Which is actually not even an attack on the pawn. I could bring the rook up. I could play rook b4. I don't really want to go onto this file with the queen. Could also just attack the bishop. Could offer a trade, trying to get my knight to a better square. I think they probably... Well, actually, if I go knight here, this would be the only square if you want to occupy this diagonal. And if I can get the bishop off this diagonal, I can play knight to e4. So let's go ahead and do that. Because you don't really want to play bishop to b1. That would be very ugly. And if you give me the bishop, I'll just be pretty happy, and then I'll place my knight on e4, and then we'll develop our queen. We'll probably trade the bishops and then do something. Yeah, but I just wanted to take. That was the entire idea. And then I wanted to put my knight here, trade that bishop. And now, yeah, we're just going to go to work over here. At least that's what we're going to try and do. Let's play rook c8, threatening to infiltrate. So, yeah, you pretty much have to go there. I'm going to play rook up. If you take, I just take with the queen. And this is what I want. I want to play rook c8. So the capture, let's go ahead and take back. I could go for a trade. I do have to be careful here. This isn't off the table. Creates a weakness, but I actually think playing f6 makes a lot of sense here. Because while we're threatened, if they try to counterattack, we just take. I guess then takes or something. Yeah, I mean, it's not. I don't think it's the worst move, but I also don't think it's the best move. Now the question is, do we actually have enough? Rook here. No, they can't play rook there. So I'm going to try and trade queens. It's pretty much a forced queen trade. You can't go here because there's a check. And now we just have a weakness to play for. Okay, if I go here, then we get pinned. So I don't really want to do that. Let's bring our king up. They're going to go here. I'm going to play knight b5. This attacks both pawns. There's no infiltration because of the knight. Yeah, actually. I guess I win this pawn. Check. They win this pawn. Maybe I didn't think about that too much. Yeah, I definitely should have put a little bit more thought into that. I guess we can go here. And then if takes, we take here. If they decide to push. Here if takes, I can play this. Okay, I think we need to play a6, sack the pawn. If they take, I get to play rook a8. And if they push, I just take, of course. If they do that, that's just a free pawn. Yeah, I don't think that was the right choice by my opponent. Now the question is, do I take with the rook or the knight? Rook or knight? I like where my knight is. So I'm going to take with the rook, and then maybe we just play for like e5 ideas. We still have to make progress, that's the problem. King up. Come in behind the pawns. King here, I'm just going to come back. I can take. Takes. This pawn is weak, but I should win this one. I think we're just chilling. Yeah, but we just take. Check. We're just up 2 pawns. In a rook endgame, we're going to be a-okay. Let's play here and bring the king up so that I can move. Yeah, I'm going to go here now. This is now protected. King there. But I can just push the pawn now. Maybe we're going to play for g5. I mean, you don't really have many moves. He wants to go here. So I'm going to push my pawn before they can do anything. I mean, obviously they can still go here, but then I just move. And if it takes, we just take back. I want to play this. I'm going to go here just so that I can always move. Checks, we just take. We're okay. Captures. Takes check. Here, check. Come back. Or I go here. Yeah, check king here. I'm going to bring my king back because I don't want them to have any checks. Push the pawn. They just shut it down. Yeah. I want to bring my king here. And this. Push. Okay, I need to just move. My rook is not in a good position at all. Not at all. And I'm not even calculating. Here, checking here. Yeah, we're fumbling. Yeah, we just fumbled this so bad. You have to be kidding me. I can't believe that I lost this. We were up 2 pawns, bro. We're up 2 pawns. How did I fumble that? Oh. Man, endgames really are the death of me. How did I lose that? We just had a great position. This is how you're supposed to play. We played a pretty much perfect game. And then we just are so bad when it comes to endgames. Where is it? King here. What are we supposed to play? D3? But I thought that they just bring the king. D2 here. Okay, then I get this pawn. This is frustrating, man. That's just embarrassing, actually. Like, it's not just frustrating. It's embarrassing. Let's play another one. Whatever, I guess. What can you do? E4. Sicilian defense. We're going to play A3. We are going to transpose into some kind of Grand Prix style attack. I'm going to play D4 because it's just the most principled move here. We're going to go here, and I think we'll just bring the queen back 1 square. Okay, knight comes out. Let's pin. Maybe we're going to long castle. This isn't really Grand Prix-esque anymore, but I'm going to go H4. And the castle. I mean, I'm planning to castle this way. So, do I push the pawn and then put the knight here? Is my question. I think yes. We're just going to go there, and I mean, opponent's playing insanely quick. If they ever go here, we're just sacrificing the bishop. We're not going to worry about it. Could push, but then they're going to go here. Maybe we just develop all our pieces. Be a big chiller. Okay, why are they playing so quick? Why do people do that? Here. They can just take. Could push. Then this. Could also go here, and then threaten to push. Let's take, and then play knight g5. Because on push, we're threatening checkmate and the bishop at the same time. That is what I'm calculating. And once again, if they ever take, we're just happy to open up that H-file. They can push their pawns all they want. I can't believe that I drew that last game. I just can't. I'm sorry, but like, what? Come on. Come on, man. I'm so bad. Like, just straight up. There's nothing even to it. I'm just bad. Okay, this is a humongous commitment. We're going to go H5. I don't even need to think about that move. You play G6, I play H5, baby. Give me that hook. I want this open H5. I don't care if you open up your rook. I don't care. I don't care. And it forces them to take, pretty much. Like, after takes, because this pawn would be under attack. Although if I took with the rook, then there is takes here. Oh, but no, the queen x-rays. So the queen would be protecting. But we have ideas of just playing like queen h3 and, you know, just attacking. My opponent's finally actually thinking. Maybe he realized that it's not so simple. I wonder if there's ideas of takes here. Check. If king takes, we would have check to pick up the bishop. Are we threatening that? Here takes. King back. Okay, yeah, they decide to take. So, I mean, I'm not really going to think about it. We're just going to take. Right there. Yeah, but I'm just going to play over here. They can't push the pawn to attack. We just need to be careful of that. But now we're threatening to take here. But then takes. This is protected. Wait a second. Do I go here and try to just get in on the dark squares? Probably not. I'm going to take. You have to take with the pawn. And then I'm going to castle, and I'm threatening to just take the pawn. Because of checkmate. Yeah. But I'm still threatening this. If you take, I just play king over. We should be just winning a pawn, right? Well, I guess they get this pawn, but we get an active rook. I could also just play king here to start, because you can't take. So maybe we just start with that. King b1. Yeah, let's just play king b1. You cannot take the pawn. Okay, yeah, they protect the pawn. Makes sense. Let's improve our bishop. Well, no, because then, yeah, there's some problems with that. I need to get my knight over here. If I get the knight to this square, how can I do that? Via this square. Takes knight here. Knight here. How do I even make that happen? I don't think I can. Or if I could get the knight to d4 to attack this. Yeah, let's put the bishop here. They're going to trade. And then We're going to reroute this way, I think. Going to try and win a pawn. I mean, could also cement this in here. Just try to bring the other rook. We pretty much have to either win a pawn or win by checkmate because their pawn structure is so much worse. Bishop up, what does that do? I mean, I guess the issue is if I just move the rook here, they're just gonna protect this way. Okay, but now actually we're gonna go here for the simple reason that now when I play knight d4, the bishop is hit. Do I want to go for this? Try to get the knight to this. I need to get the knight on one of these squares, actually. I don't know if it's worth it to win the pawn. I think the knight on these squares would be just beautiful. Yeah, so if I play knight here, they push. So I think I'm just gonna... Let's just slide back here. We are now threatening to win the d6 pawn. Yeah, so they missed that, so we can just take, because if they capture, there's a checkmate. And we've won our pawn. They're trying to open this up. Very logical. I can sacrifice my rook still. So takes. I don't want to let them open me up, so I'm going to capture. I could push the pawn, actually. Ooh, holding this. And then using that square to get to here. Oh, okay, this is actually a really good plan. We're going to go e5, knight g3, knight e4, and place the knight here. That's the idea. Will it work out? Probably not. Also, they have to play bishop here if they want to protect this pawn, because if they go anywhere else, we can take on e6 as well, which is just hilarious. But I guess the other thing with that, they can go here now. Didn't really think of that. Okay, knight here, knight here. Okay, I'm still just gonna... We're gonna continue with our plan. They're protecting with the rook now, so they can move the bishop off of the protection of this. But yeah, this is pretty scary stuff. If they let my knight get there, I think they need to... I don't know. They can't even protect this diagonal. They can't stop me from going here, I don't think. And if they move the bishop, I can take the rook. Queen takes, knight here. Okay, the bishop goes to that square. So I could play knight here, and then takes. Or I can take, play knight here. How do you stop? Yeah, you just can't, you can't stop my knight from getting to f6. You just can't do it. You'll have to sacrifice the rook. But you can't sacrifice the rook, because then I would just take first. Okay, I'm going to give a check. Rook takes, check, king moves. Check. I mean, we have so many different moves here. I should probably take this. But no, we can get ourselves into some trouble. Wait a second. Check. And we just take the bishop. Okay, that looks pretty nice. And my opponent resigns. GG. Let's take a look at this one. I feel like that was that was a decent game, I think. I think. Played with an 86. My opponent played with a 78. Yeah, so striking in the center, and then we just slide back one square. H4, ambitious. I wouldn't say it's that bad. Come on. And then we just start flinging our pawns forward like we're beginners. Put the knight in. And yeah, I kind of intuitively knew that that was a bad move because of H5. It's just such a common motif that when they create a pawn push like this in front of the king, we can, you know, use it as a hook to try and open up some useful files. And we slide the queen over, takes, and castles here. I just got out of the way because I was thinking, like, you know, what's the point of letting them take with check? The computer says to just capture here, but I just thought that this was what was going to happen. And then they go h5 apparently. Oops. So instead we have this position. I gave them the bishop to get rid of the knight, and we reroute our knight, and this is a mistake because we go here and then they blundered the pawn. Obviously, if they take, this is checkmate. I think we can all find that. But rather they go for this, and then we just cement the rook in there. And we just notice that this square or this square would be very nice to have a knight. So that's what I'm working towards right now. We come in with check. I thought that they should probably capture and just sacrifice the exchange. And then I was going to go check. King here. Probably takes, king takes. And this is a draw. So we're, I guess, maybe not taking the rook. Oh, wait. King here, we can just force a queen trade. Takes, then take the rook. Yeah. Okay. I mean, maybe I would have saw that. Hopefully. Anyways. A draw. A win. Not too bad. 2028. That's a few years from now. So, making some progress. And if you enjoyed the video, drop a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow.